The operation of the central bank involves actions that affect financial intermediary balance sheet, its holdings of assets and liabilities. Now, I will show you the balance sheet of Central Bank of my island. The two liabilities on the balance sheet, currency in circulation and reserves, are often referred to as the monetary liabilities of the central bank. They are an important part of the money supply story because changes in them will lead to changes in the money supply in the financial system, everything else being constant. Let us discuss both of them one by one. Currency in circulation. In our island, the central bank issues currency, that is green and grey pieces of paper in people's wallet that say central bank note at the top. Currency in circulation is the amount of currency in the hands of the public. Currency held by depository institutions is also a liability of the central bank, but is counted as part of the reserves. In our island, central bank notes are IOUs from the central bank to the bearer and are also liabilities. But unlike most other liabilities, they promise to pay back the bearer solely with central bank more IOUs. That's it. Accordingly, if somebody brings a $100 note to our central bank and demand payment, he will receive $2 $50s or $5 $20s or $10 $10s or $100 one note. People are more willing to accept these IOUs from the central bank than from any other person because central bank notes are a recognized medium of exchange. That is, they are accepted as a means of payment and so function as money. Now, let us see the second item on the liabilities, reserves. All banks have an account at the central bank in which they hold deposits. Reserves consists of deposits at the central bank plus currency that is physically held by banks called vault cash because it is stored in bank vaults. Reserves are assets for the banks but liabilities for the central bank because the banks can demand payment on them at any time and the central bank is required to satisfy the obligation by paying central bank notes. Total reserves can be divided into two categories. Reserves that the central bank requires banks to hold, required reserves, and any additional reserves the banks choose to hold, excess reserves. For example, the central bank in our island requires that for every dollar of deposits at a depository institution, a certain fraction, say 10 cents, must be held as reserves. This fraction, 10%, is called the required reserve ratio. Currently, the central bank pays no interest on reserves. This is in our island is called cash reserve ratio, CRR. One important thing to learn here is that the liabilities of central bank are also called monetary base of the economy. The monetary base, also called high-powered money, equals currency in circulation. C plus the total reserves in banking system R. The monetary base MB can be expressed as MB is equal to C plus R.